Hi, this is Christina from thegodlyindianmom.com. Today's book review is on The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks by Rebecca Skloot. This book I would recommend for young adults and adults because I think this is a little more a harder book to read in some ways, and I think it's a very important book for very good reason. And I think even at the present time this is a very relevant book because it deals with people and emotions and with respect to biomedical ethics. And I think it's very important because if we are not careful we are going to go back to Nazism. And there's a very fine line between Dr. Mengele, and that's what this book does deal with. You can see that fine line between ethics and morality and going immoral. It's just a very fine line. Everything looks like it's fine to do it, but no, it's absolutely not fine to do certain things. That's that line. And we may convince ourselves to take a stand, however, on whichever end on this, but we still have to consider humanity and people before we take however the decision goes by. So jumping into the book is that this book is a series of interview from the family members of Henrietta Lacks. So I'm not going to go very much into the detail because I don't want to ruin the book for you. So it starts with the life of Henrietta Lacks, who she was as a person, who her children remember her as, and then it goes on to talk about this disease that took her life, and finally how parts of her cells that are still used today are used for research to find many different drugs and treatments are still, how her cells are still used. But here again, this is where the fine line comes. Like, did she know and did she allow them to use it? That's where the book takes this argument, and I think it's a very fine line, but I think it's very important. Consent is very important. At least that's where I stand with it. You cannot coerce people. You cannot force people to do things that they don't want to do. And you cannot, push them into any medical procedures, because that is Nazism in short. Like, anybody who knows the history, World War II and everything, we already know this. It's not something new. And I think capitalism is not just these big businesses, and I think capitalism also comes into biomedical and pharmaceutical industry, and it does. So I think it's a difficult book to read, but when we look at, I think it's a very important read at this point of this century, I do believe, because it will help to think deeper, and I think we need more humanity. And this book will nurture that, and that is why I think this book is a very important book, and definitely I would recommend it for high schoolers and above, young adults and adults. High schoolers, if you think your kid is ready to handle this book, then definitely, I think there is so much we can discuss and talk about it, and analyze. I think when we talk with family and in a safe environment, I think it's a great book to speak and open out your mind and ideas in a safe environment, which is our family. So I think this is a wonderful book, and I definitely highly recommend it. So this is it from me. Until next time, see you. Bye.